What is up, everyone? It is Jonathan Ordorf Gamer here with some iRacing at Nashville Superspeedway. Now, this is under testing in the next gen car. I'm not here to tell you how to get around this track. I'm still trying to learn really how to truly get around this track itself. So what I'm going to just do is kind of go fast and slow, kind of talk about what I think about the racetrack, and also what it kind of reminds me of certain different tracks as well. So let's just get out there in the next gen car in the Chevy Camaro. All right. Alright, so here we go on the front straightaway here. Not quite the fifth gear here. Not sure what the next gen car is going to be like. You're going to have to shift down to fourth. Probably will. This is the low downforce package on the car. 750 horsepower. I'm not getting the downshift like I'm supposed to. That was strange. But basically,
32 points.
You know, this track has some characteristics of Kentucky in it. It's flat, but it does have, you know, good. It's wide, so it has that speed, kind of like Kentucky's turn number 1, and turn 3 as well is a lot more tighter, just like Kentucky. Not too tight, but it's fairly tight. I think we're gonna have to shift here, at least for right now, anyways. Don't worry about the time, just because like I said, I'm still learning the track as it is, and it's next gen car, so this car is not fully developed either. Though they did say they make some updates to this car, so hopefully it's a little bit better. A little bit. I know it's not gonna be full until we got all the testing and setups into it in real life. But let's talk about the track here. Obviously, you have a really long dog leg. It's a 1.33 mile track. Right now, it looks like if you see where the someone with the rubbers laid down there, that's probably where the preferred groove is going to be. But I think if you want good grip, you're going to want to get it down right almost toward the apron. And that's where you're going to get the most grip and most speed coming off the corner. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of Kentucky a little bit. Obviously, it's concrete, so it's more represents the Dover track, or Bristol, maybe more or less Dover, because that's who owns this track is Dover Motor Speedway. So that's kind of what it's based off in, anyways. Just more speed, just in general. And also, I would say it has a little bit characteristics of Chicago in there. You know, you're not always full throttle, obviously. With concrete, it's a little bit different when it comes to grip. One lap you might have tons of grip, the next lap none. Depends on how much rubber's been laid down in certain areas. But overall, I think I'm going to really like this track once we get it onto the schedule. I'm assuming because next week starts the new week of you know, the official racing, then this should be, I'm really hoping that it is on the schedule for the Cup Series. And I'm assuming that's the reason why it was brought out. What, you know, the time it was just because they knew it was going to be, they're going to be racing in real life next week, not this Sunday, but the next one, Father's Day. So that's why I'm assuming they put it out here as early as they could. But overall, I like this track. I'm getting familiarized with it. especially with the next gen. But Cup car, I'll tell you right now, I did test with that a little bit, and right here, all four, you bust tail. I mean, you are just, if you pick the throttle up too soon, you will just bust tail. So you gotta be careful on that. Here, there's because of the low downforce, you're really slow. I mean, look at how much faster I'm going. In the Cup car, I think I was doing only about 140, maybe 135. And right now, with the next gen car, I'm doing that same, but I can get back on the throttle a lot faster versus what the Gen 6 car can. So definitely a lot more downforce and grip in this car versus what the the Gen 6 car has when they put the low downforce back on it, high horsepower. This has the low downforce package, I believe, should, and the higher horsepower, but because of what this car is designed to do is the downforce is underneath the car, it basically, in some cases, the spoiler is useless behind there. In some cases, it still does provide good enough downforce for the top, but then it's also kind of what I would call a manipulation tool. Basically, you can get someone loose by using that and things like that. But anyways, back to the track here. I feel like this track's going to be a really good, good racing. I think they're going to probably, once they get rubber laid down, I think they can be up here, up around this area. I don't see them being right next to you. Right there, we got a little loose there. I don't see them being right up against the wall, I don't believe, but we'll see. I think right around where that kind of black mark goes away, that's where they're gonna probably be. So that's pretty close to up to the wall, but again, we'll see. It all depends on what they put on for. They say they're not going to use the traction compound on this track. They said they're using some different kind of substance. I don't know what, but roughly it's just all going to be the tire dragon. They're just going to put rubber down. Of course, they have practice there.
32.
But yeah, overall, I think it's going to be a cool event to see on Father's Day. Also, the trucks and Xfinity are going to be there, so lots of practice, lots of rubber laid down. But just like any kind of concrete track, once when it cools down, and or basically when practice is over and the new set of drivers come on with cooler tires, or even warm tires, it'll start pulling up that rubber from the track that has been cooled, and then you have hot sticky tires coming over and it pulls up, because you can see that, like if you watch at Bristol or Dover, that once like a caution comes out and their tires are hot, but then that rubber kind of cools down, it pulls the rubber out of the track, and so they didn't have to redo it all again basically for about 5 to 10 laps roughly, and then it's okay again. So guys, that will do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more of this kind of content, consider subscribing. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Comment below if you want me to do any special kind of videos, maybe just to chat about my opinion about each track on iRacing that I have. I don't have every single track. I do have all of the NASCAR tracks that they currently run on. There's one track that I do not have that they did run but not anymore, and that's Iowa. So, but everything else I do have. But if you want me to do this or something like this again, let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.